Welcome back. A former Nevada Assemblywoman says 5 years ago at a Las Vegas rally, former Vice President Joe Biden leaned in to smell her hair and awkwardly kissed the back of her head.
She said it made her feel rather, quote, uneasy. Biden now responding to the allegation, saying that he believes he has never acted inappropriately. Arlette Saenz has more.
Joe Biden on defense after a former Nevada state lawmaker said he made her feel uneasy during an interaction in 2014.
I was just shocked. I felt powerless.
Lucy Flores first made the allegation in an essay for The Cut on Friday, detailing the encounter with the former vice president at a campaign rally in Nevada as she ran for lieutenant governor.
Very unexpectedly and out of nowhere, I feel Joe Biden put his hands on my shoulders, get up very close to me from behind, lean in, smell my hair, and then plant a slow kiss on the top of my head. You don't expect that kind of intimacy from someone so powerful and someone who you just have no relationship whatsoever to touch you and to feel you and to be so close to you in that way.
Biden responding to Flores' claim in a new statement, saying, "In my many years on the campaign trail and in public life, I have offered countless handshakes, hugs, expressions of affection, support, and comfort, and not once, never did I believe I acted inappropriately." Adding, "If it is suggested I did so, I will listen respectfully, but it was never my intention."
I'm glad that he's willing to listen. I'm glad that he is clarifying his intentions. Frankly, my point was never about his intentions, and they shouldn't be about his intentions. It should be about the women on the receiving end of that behavior. If he is saying that he never believed that was inappropriate, then frankly, I think that's a little bit of a disconnect.
On the campaign trail, some of Biden's possible Democratic rivals were quick to say Flores should be believed.
I believe Lucy Flores. Joe Biden needs to give an answer.
I have no reason not to believe Lucy. And I think what this speaks to is the need to fundamentally change the culture of this country.
Meanwhile, Stephanie Carter, the wife of former Defense Secretary Ash Carter, addressing this viral photo showing Biden with his hands on her shoulders at her husband's swearing-in ceremony in 2015. Carter writing in a blog post that the image was, quote, misleadingly extracted from video of the day, noting, after the swearing in, as Ash was giving remarks, he leaned in to tell me, "Thank you for letting him do this," and kept his hands on my shoulders as a means of offering his support. The Joe Biden in my picture is a close friend helping someone get through a big day, for which I will always be grateful.
That was Arlette Saenz reporting. Several former staffers of Biden have come to his defense on Twitter, praising the work he's done for women's empowerment and equality. One longtime Biden ally tells CNN there are no signs Biden is reassessing his plans for 2020. He's expected to announce those plans as soon as this month.